A very good afternoon and welcome to UBC Weekly News Roundup. My name is Moureen Babirye. It is the 19th of October 2025. Let's get into our news this afternoon. NRM presidential candidate President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has urged the people of West Nile to take household wealth creation seriously, emphasizing that government has already provided the necessary enablers such as peace, security, good roads and electricity. Addressing the media at State Lodge in Arua City as he concluded his campaign trail in the sub-region, the president noted that West Nile, once affected by years of armed conflict, is now peaceful and stable, allowing for significant development and infrastructure growth. He highlighted that several major roads in the area have been tarmacked and the region is now connected to the national electricity grid, creating favorable conditions for economic transformation. Take a look.
For children in government schools, they pick household incomes, commercial incomes. Because I've been flying over, I see these Western Nile people grow a lot of cassava, which is good. Because cassava is a food, but it also has got cash. With Archbishop Odama, we have a project of cassava in the Acholi area, where we are making starch out of cassava, and also making ethanol out of cassava. So cassava is good, both food and commercial. But I want them to add coffee, to add cocoa. And I don't know why they don't look at cows, especially the dairy cows. They would get a lot of money. And fish farming. I'm going to organize fish farming for them. And then, that's for agriculture. Now, people in Moyo we had money from Anite. I think even the one of Yombe yesterday. See, industrial park. But industrial park of an area must be based on the resources of the area. Like if you see the industrial parks in Mbarara, they are around milk, cheese, what. So in order to have a successful industrial park here, it must be there to process what the people are producing. Yes, cassava is one. Suppose they have coffee. Suppose they have fruits. Suppose they have milk, fish. Then the industrial parks, factories will now be processing these ones here. But if you're not producing anything, what will the factories process?
In more news, 312 young intelligence officers, 207 men and 105 women marked the culmination of their rigorous basic training at the state-of-the-art National Intelligence Academy. This landmark facility, freshly inaugurated to elevate Uganda's security training standards, served as the backdrop of an inspiring lecture by the Minister of Security, Honorable Major General Jim Muhwezi, a veteran of the Bush War and founding father of the ISO. Now, in a bold step to close the gap between classrooms and careers, the Desired project has been launched at the Matt Abacus Business School, Kampala. The initiative aims to enhance the employability of accounting graduates through work-integrated learning under the Erasmus CBHE program funded by the European Union. The project brings together partners from Uganda, Nigeria, Portugal and the Netherlands to strengthen collaborations between universities and industry, ensuring accounting graduates are better equipped for the dynamic job market. Take a look.
The employers out there have noted a gap that universities are producing accountants who are not work ready. So this project, having realized that gap, is developing what we call pedagogy, methods of delivering the training to ensure that the accountants who are coming out of the training institutions will be work ready, will be ready to go in this century, a century where we are talking about artificial intelligence, where machines are trying to replace human beings, but human beings are irreplaceable. Therefore, we need to see how we work together and synchronize that this accountant will be relevant in terms of accounting skills, in terms of communication skills and other soft skills which are required by the employers. So institutions have come together, Makerere University Business School, Matt Abacus Business School, Seja Kawasa and Company, Certified Public Accountants of Uganda, CSR and so many. We've joined together from Nigeria, from Portugal, from Netherlands to develop that skill. You know, in Uganda now we are talking about competency-based training.
As you can see, the project is about enhancing employability of accountants in Nigeria and in Uganda. The idea about this is to ensure that when accountants finish their training, they have also acquired enough practical experience to be able to go and take up jobs. What we mean to be work ready. So this project is going to enable us to work out a method. In academia we call it pedagogy, a method of teaching or a framework which we use to train these people so that they get the real experience of what the workplace is like. I mean, when we train them here, we train them on standards as you have heard. We train them on preparing books of accounts and so forth. But in the workplace, there are very many other things they are required to do, which are not necessarily part of the syllabus here.
Hello, my name is Ayeza Mutegeki and I am currently at Matt Abacus. Well, I am a student here and right now I just engaged with a new program that is called Desired. I think that it would be very beneficial to every single accounting student. Why? Because of the kind of benefits that it provides, in that it integrates work and studying. The most common problem we have among students is that we do not have jobs. And why do we not have these jobs? It is because we do not have the expertise. Yes, we have studied them, but the reality is that in the workplace, it is not exactly the same scenario. So I believe that this Desired program will actually change the course of accounting students and furthermore enhance their education and work standards.
In your view?
In more news, a new symbol of progress, inclusion and innovation now stands tall in the heart of eastern Uganda. The centenary group house, Mbale, has officially been unveiled, marking a major milestone in the region's journey toward modern financial and commercial transformation. Take a look.
Group House Mbale is more than a building. It's a platform of opportunity and commitment to bringing financial services closer to the people of eastern Uganda.
This new building provides both an enhanced working environment for our staff and superior banking experience for our customers. As you've seen, it is spacious, it is modern, and designed to improve service delivery.
Centenary Bank Managing Director Fabian Cassi described the development as a landmark achievement that bridges financial gaps and promotes innovation and inclusion. He noted that the facility will enhance access to banking services and transform the economic livelihood of the people in the Elgon region and beyond.
The relocation of our Mbale branch into this facility brings financial services even closer to the people of Mbale and the wider Elgon region.
Professor John Dumba Sentamu, Group Chairman of Centenary Bank, said that the project reflects the group's vision to create opportunities, drive innovation and stimulate growth across the country.
Building that has just been blessed by His grace is more than concrete and steel. It is a symbol of purpose. Of course, the houses Centenary Bank, not just as a branch, but as a regional office serving a broader eastern region.
The event was also graced by Umukuka Jude Mike Muduma, who highlighted the importance of development rooted in culture and community.
A call to Centenary Group to explore developing more bank products tailored to the needs of our kingdom's people. This includes products like promoting creative industry.
The guest of honor, His Grace Dr. Emmanuel Obo, Metropolitan Archbishop of Tororo, commended the initiative, saying it strengthens financial inclusion through modern technology-driven facilities.
It will serve as both the regional office for Centenary Bank and a business hub for public and private sector entities. This reflects Centenary Group's commitment to decentralizing development and expanding modern infrastructure beyond Kampala.
The new Centenary Group House is now set to serve as regional hub for financial services and investments, a cornerstone for empowerment, innovation and transformation in the Eastern region. Ngabo Amon, reporting for UBC TV.
Thank you, Eman, for that report. Now, in a move to strengthen Uganda's economy through science and innovation, the government has revealed a strategic plan to ensure that within the next 5 years, all agricultural export products will undergo value addition. This initiative aims to increase national revenue and create more jobs for Ugandans.
The Minister for Science, Technology and Innovation, Dr. Monica Musenero, announced that the government is prioritizing value addition for all agricultural exports. She stressed that within 5 years, no raw agricultural products should leave Uganda without being processed.
No way you are going to improve agriculture without shifting it from factor production to knowledge production. There is no way you are going to improve the minerals if you are simply mining and exporting. That is factor production. We need to infuse in knowledge so that we can harness more. So this idea of the 500 billion, for me, is just symbolic, but it's an obsession. And as the people, the stakeholders in this room, it must be our obsession. You must be one, every day you are thinking, how do I contribute to this phenomenon?
The Presidential Advisor on Value Addition and Market Affairs, Dr. Hilary Musoke Chisanja, noted that the science and innovation agenda is a deliberate government effort to bolster Uganda's economy. He revealed that the initiative will lead to the establishment of more factories, generating thousands of direct and indirect jobs for Ugandans.
Import products that can be made in the country. You are really exporting money or donating money to those countries. You are exporting the jobs of the young people. You are exporting the reputation, the good image of the country. And I assure you, no country has ever developed economically when it is importing. You must have a product on shelf that you sell, then you develop.
Meanwhile, Professor Buyinza Mukadasi of Makerere University reaffirmed the university's commitment to producing a skilled and innovative workforce. He said the institution is dedicated to nurturing young people who will transform Uganda through research and practical innovation.
That the government is really committed and intentional to say that we transform the economy through adding value to the products and services that we produce. So for us as a university, of course, you know that we train the workforce for this country. We shall continue to equip the graduates with the relevant skills that can go out and solve societal problems through adding value.
As the world marks Cybersecurity Awareness Month, MTN Uganda and other stakeholders have called for urgent public vigilance against evolving AI-driven scams. During the stakeholders' management meeting, the event highlighted the rising sophistication of financial fraud and the urgent need for awareness, especially among grassroots communities.
Anyone, at no circumstance, should you share your PIN, and of course the sharing of the PINs and passwords. These speak to everyone that integrates or connects or transacts on this platform, whether it's a business, whether it's an individual, or whether it's an entity that connects with our platform. To all the banks, we have the SIM swap APIs available. All our bank partners are able to tell if a customer's SIM card was swapped recently, and then they're able to actually block even the bank transactions.
Trust your instinct. There's no quick money. You know, and if you're not sure, just go on ChatGPT, DeepSeek, quick. There's no quick money. And at worst, if there's an app and you cannot load it on Apple or Google Play, and they say they need a VPN to load on your phone, run. Because even these companies do basic checks. And maybe lastly, ask is, the ministry, for me, it's super important. It shouldn't be companies where we come up with, I would say, standards for cybersecurity. We need to work with government whereby there are minimums, because especially with integrators.
It has shown that weak mistakes now lead to up to 85% of attacks in institutions. Basic mistakes, weak passwords, you're trusting anyone, you're not using VPN where you should, and you're also downloading fraudulent VPN where you shouldn't. That information you're routing through those channels is going to be used against you.
The space we're in, we know it's actually where we are is a near pandemic. We may get to that point at a certain instance. It's just that these awareness campaigns are creating that kind of value. But as long as we do not take the initiative as individuals, as businesses, to take this to another level, it's going to become a huge pandemic, and then it will be too late for most of us.
General Salim Saleh has urged Uganda's financial institutions and the banking sector to embrace the Chapa Loan Initiative as a transformative strategy to unlock the economic potential of land ownership and promote sustainable development across the country. The General expressed optimism that the Chapa loan could serve as a powerful tool for facilitating individual land acquisition, resolving land conflicts, enhancing land productivity, and stimulating industrial growth. He made the remarks during an information tour of the Kapeka Industrial Park in Nakaseke district, while addressing chief executive officers, members of the private sector, and other stakeholders under the Presidential CEO Forum.
The Commander Operation Wealth Creation General Salim Saleh arrived at the Liao Sheni Industrial Park Company Limited, commonly known as Kapeka Industrial Park, at around 3 p.m., where he was received by officials from the Presidential CEO Forum, the NRM Deputy Secretary General Right Honorable Rosemary Namayanja, and the other delegates who had earlier toured the park. Next was a closed-door meeting that lasted for over an hour, after which the participants gathered at the tent for the official speeches. The main topic of discussion centered on the Namunkekera Rural Industrial Center, which comprises of several processing, manufacturing and agricultural facilities. Discussions also focused on its planned expansion into the Kapeka Industrial Park. The discussion later evolved into an exploration of the Musevenomics phenomenon, a concept coined by General Salim Saleh that encapsulates President Yoweri Museveni's economic philosophy, emphasizing self-reliance, production and grassroots economic empowerment. The speakers highlighted Musevenomics, emphasizing its connection to Uganda's socio-economic development.
Diversification, government has done very well in Musevenomics here, where we have included, apart from cotton, coffee, the way you have been hearing the president talking about State of the Nation address, the 3 C's. Now we added cocoa. From coffee journal we earned this year $2.1 billion, again a very big round of applause to our coffee farmers. Actually, this is the one which has made us knock down. This is the dollar we have given, the dollar has been given a complete knockout, as we have been seeing.
Interim Deputy Secretary General Right Honorable Rosemary Namayanja provided insights into the principles and pillars of Musevenomics concept.
The Musevenomics principles and pillars did not come by accident. After diagonizing, it was informed by the issues at the moment where Uganda was before 1986. Political and economic instability and everything, and for them to put into practice, or for them to be able to prescribe the medicine, they had to make the sacrifices of liberating whatever they went through to liberate this country from political instability and economic doldrums. And no other place that provided the launch pad of that, it was this area where we are, in the Luwelo, Nakaseke area and other areas.
A seasoned entrepreneur, investor and the mastermind behind the Kapeka and Namunkekera industrial parks, General Salim Saleh highlighted his Musevenomics ideology.
Spend more time with the productive forces, because they are the ones who are really producing goods, jobs, etc.
General Salim Saleh urged Uganda's financial institutions and the banking sector to introduce the Chapa Loan initiative as an alternative source of financial support for Ugandans.
I'm not a politician, I ask direct. They told me Stanbic is here, ABSA, DFCU, please let us work together and we actualize this Chapa Loan. Industrial park has worked, yes. But outside the industrial park, I have a conflicted land there of about 5 square miles. That's where all the housing for the workers of the industrial park, that's where they would be staying. But it is conflicted. It belongs to a landlord, it is squatted on, and we don't know how to deconflict it. We have waited for the land fund, but the land fund is also working, it's working behind schedule. So I want you, the bankers, to study this Chapa Loan.
General Saleh's advocacy for the Chapa Loan underscores his commitment to transforming Uganda's economic landscape through inclusive and sustainable financial solutions.
The moment you give a Mwananchi his title on a mile land, the next day he will start building a house, a permanent house. We have deconflicted about 824 acres behind there. That's where I'm staying now. I'm no longer interested in this park. The park is history. All of you are excited about the park, but for me, it's chapter closed. So we have transferred out of that paper which I wrote in 2009, just dreaming. We have been able to reshape that estate there into a nucleus farm, and then the Wananchi got their small titles, And if we could develop a financial product for that, this meeting of today, 17th of October, would be remembered.
I'm Waivan Juko and Dan Lugemwa for UBC.
In other news, Makerere University, in collaboration with Population and Social Development Institute, has officially launched the Parish Population Profiling Project. Speaking at the launch, the Minister of ICT and National Guidance, Dr. Chris Bariomonsi, explained that this project will strengthen the Parish Development Model Management Information System, which will provide real-time data on activities within parishes, improving the management and utilization of resources under the Parish Development Model.
For this kind of program, the parish population profiling is going to help us monitor and evaluate the performance of this PDM. When we give out the money, is the money being utilized for the purposes intended? Two, are the beneficiaries of PDM actually investing in the enterprises which are profitable? Is PDM transforming the lives of the people on the ground? So this project, and we welcome it, receive it warmly as government. We shall partner with the PSDI to see that this initiative is successful.
Is the Parish Population Profiling Project, which is an agenda aimed at ensuring that we reach communities through young trained research fellows who will be attached to communities, like to parishes, for a year, collecting data that will later inform policy, planning and budget implementation at district levels.
This project is providing the roadmap, the path towards that, by stressing that these issues, the data that we collect, on the statistics we collect should be meant for planning, programming, so that the people of Africa can get better and we can monitor whether they are moving forward, and if they are not, how can we be able to improve on them. In terms of investments, what are those programs in education, in health, and in other social services where we need to invest more money.
Now, experts have urged parents to support their children by recognizing their strengths and not judging them solely based on academic performance. This appeal comes amid a rising number of student suicides linked to academic pressure and parental neglect, highlighting the urgent need for a more compassionate and understanding approach to children's mental well-being.
The increasing number of student suicide cases in schools has raised alarms across the country, and experts say that the academic pressure and parental expectations are a major contributing factor.
The topic basically that I've shared is how to intentionally listen to your child, what it takes for you to sit and understand your child.
Judith Kakuza from Mind Heritage Uganda emphasizes the importance of parents taking a proactive role.
And we know that the cycle is not complete without the parents. So we got feedback from the children under the theme, Hearing Our Children's Hearts. And today we were at the school sharing with the parents. Our children communicated. We are not present as parents. We do not listen to our children. We are away from them and we are leaving other people to raise them. So many issues came up. Comparison. We are comparing our children to others. Why don't you look at me as Judith as your child? Why do you compare me to another child?
Dr. Annie Nsima, a specialist from Makerere University School of Gender, explains how parents' pressure and absence affect children's mental health.
The children have stigma. I don't know whether to call it stigma or a lot that is happening within their lives that we may fail to understand. So they have pressure from all corners. They have no one to confide in at home. They might be going through things that you find as parents, we trust people who are living with them, but then they are going through a lot that we may not know. And then also they reach school. The school is also putting them on pressure because of the grades. So the children find a lot that is happening around.
The program is part of the Asifiwe International Academy, which aims at fostering and bridging the gap between parents and their children.
It's not complete until the message reaches every person who is raising the children, the parents, the teachers, and the facilitators.
So we are in a season and a time. Every generation has different pressures. Every generation has different challenges. We cannot use the methods that were used in the past in raising our children, because we're not raising them for our generation, we are raising them for a future generation.
The head of the RDC Secretariat and Anti-Corruption Unit at the Office of the President, Major Martha Asimwe, has urged leaders and residents of Rwanda District to uphold accountability, unity and patriotism as government steps up efforts to enhance service delivery under the theme Protecting the Gains for Quality Service Delivery.
Speaking during the official launch of the Protecting the Gains campaign program in Rwanda, Major Martha Asimwe said the initiative is designed to strengthen transparency and ensure that public resources reach the intended beneficiaries at the grassroots.
Increase household incomes, modernize infrastructure, and ensure that all Ugandans benefit from the peace and stability. All of you will believe me that we have all benefited from the peace and stability.
Highlighted the parish development model as a cornerstone of the government's economic empowerment agenda, revealing that Uganda shillings 3.3 trillion has been invested nationwide, with each of the 10,594 parishes receiving Uganda shillings 100 million every year.
In each parish, you receive 100 million annually. Let's ensure that this money does not end up in wrong hands. We are also dispersed, like the chairman said. But I'm confused here when I was asking questions. In Rwanda East constituency, bamakanika bakaza nimanyambweze sente zona muzinagire government ziri mu banka.
However, Major Asimwe expressed concern that some groups, including mechanics, journalists and veterans, have not yet accessed PDM funds, urging district leaders to ensure inclusivity in implementation so that all citizens benefit. During her visit, she interacted with PDM and Emyoga beneficiaries who shared testimonies of how government programs have transformed their lives through business startups, increased productivity and job creation.
ndaruka hamumba namare kwakira miliyoni naja nagurete mitwaro shaje nasigazaho balance marashatu nashukure mundi.
Reaffirming President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni's 2021-2026 vision, Major Asimwe emphasized government's unwavering commitment to socio-economic transformation through flagship initiatives such as PDM, Emyoga, the Youth Livelihood Program, and the Uganda Women Entrepreneurship Program. The Protecting the Gains campaign continues to mobilize leaders and communities across the country to consolidate progress under key government interventions and promote sustainable development.
Preparations are in high gear for the 10th edition of the Alu Festival, scheduled to take place on December 7th, 2025, marking a major milestone in the culture journey of the Alu people. The festival, which has grown into one of the region's most anticipated culture events, aims to preserve and promote the rich Alu heritage while fostering unity in diversity among communities across Uganda and beyond. The organizers say this year's edition will reflect on the progress made since the festival's inception, showcasing traditional music, dance, food, attire and indigenous knowledge that define the Alu identity. Chief Frank Dennis, the CEO of Aruru Festival, is expected to attract cultural leaders, government officials and well-wishers from different parts of the country, all joining hands to celebrate the beauty and resilience of Alu culture. Take a look.
This theme, Unity in Diversity, Celebrating Alu Heritage, is a powerful reminder of the strength we find in our cultural identity and the richness that emerges when we embrace both who we are and how we connect with others. It speaks not only to the Alur people, but to every Ugandan and global citizen who values culture, harmony and heritage. Over the last years, this festival has grown into one of the most important cultural events in northern Uganda. It is more than a celebration. It is a movement, a space for expression, connection, and preservation. A space where we honor the past, engage the present, and inspire the future.
We're going to be having Agwara, Ndara, Rigirigi, Adungu, and so many cultural activities which will be taking place here. On top of that, we shall be having, as usual, performances from several artists who are both established and upcoming. Just like the CEO mentioned, this event looks forward to promoting our people.
Alur Cultural Festival, Unity in Diversity.
Now, in PG, the limited number of agriculture extension workers in the district has led to creation of parish farmer field schools. This initiative is geared at reducing the gap between the farmers and the extension workers.
While marking the Field Exhibition Day held at Mpigi Agricultural Development Center, the District Production and Marketing Officer Patrick Jomuserada said the day's main objective was to create awareness on implementation modalities of farm field schools. He said farmers' field schools are to act as centers of knowledge and also bridge the gap between farmers and agricultural extension workers due to understaffing in the department. The current Mpigi District extension workers ratio to farmers is 1 to 2,000 farmers, a reflection of a big gap, rendering agricultural service provision almost impossible.
Back up our extension staff, and for that case we shall be able to reach to most of our farmers. Because as I said, as we stand now, the ratio of farmer extension to farmer ratio, extension to farming household is 1 to around 2,000 households. So with these approaches, we shall be able to cover most of our farmers.
The newly appointed Mpigi District Resident Commissioner and former Mawokota Saza Chief Kaimasara Nanono called upon farmers to embrace the technologies at the sites for the development of their farms.
Fellow Mpigi people, go on to farming. His Excellency, one of the things he has in his manifesto is farming. And now at least the government has brought us new things like irrigation scheme. And the major issue why we are here is about irrigation. You can't now do farming without advanced systems.
A number of supporting technologies, mainly in areas of crop production, veterinary and fisheries, have been established.
So their root system can help in water retention and soil structure improvement. But when we go to clean cooking, we are promoting energy saving technologies. That is electric pressure cookers. We are looking at energy saving stoves. We have a new product, a really good product called the Save 80 stove, which we are promoting in all these communities, and people are really interested. This Save 80 stove saves 80% of the fuel you would use if you're using a rudimentary stove. Actually, so far it is the highest efficiency ever attained by a stove. And it comes with a wonder box that helps cook your food and keep it warm for a very long time. So these technologies are helping farmers to, first of all, reduce the burden they are putting on the natural forests,
but also it also improves their income at a household level, because now they are no longer using as much money as they used to in their cooking activities.
The field day activities running on the theme building resilience to climate change through irrigation promotion towards agri-industrialization was supported by a number of exhibitors in areas of crop production and value-added products. Robert Katamba reporting for UBC News in
Now, Makerere University has signed a memorandum of understanding with the University of the West of England that will improve relations between the institutions, but importantly, grow research and innovation. We have a detailed report.
The signing, presided over by Vice-Chancellor Professor Barnabas Nawangwe and University of West England Deputy Vice-Chancellor Joe Midgley, marked a defining moment in strengthening cross-continental ties between Africa and Europe.
It's one of the things that we must tackle as a university, and we have established an innovation pod here, and we shall soon be establishing a science and technology innovation park to address those issues of job creation, but also of course on how we train our students so that they can go out there and create their own jobs and not just look for jobs, to go out to create their own jobs and also employ the others who have not had the opportunity to come to the university.
The new partnership unlocks opportunities for joint breakthroughs in climate science, technology, sustainable agriculture, wildlife conservation, early childhood development and elderly care, aimed at tackling today's most pressing global challenges.
At the university we talk about an agenda which we describe as RISE, and that broken down is research, innovation, skills and enterprise, and I think for the reasons that you have described, those four things have to come together for the future of both our university but also any partnerships and the work that we do globally. So unlike Macquarie, I'm afraid we don't do research in every single area, but we do focus on things that we feel we have real strength and can evidence strength, and where we're really keen to build enduring partnerships.
This partnership was executed in collaboration with the Uganda High Commission in London.
Because we're looking at such a large young population, skilling, educating them, so I think that's very, very critical. And Africa is really now. I mean, people say Africa is the future, but Africa is now. And they need and we have really good, educated young people and older people. And I think, there are people in the Western world do need to use our skilled people.
Vice Chancellor Sir, these are not the only team we are working with. We have about 4 other universities in line, and we have a partnership with other hospitals that we are working along, having it to a conclusion, to work with our team in the health sector, and we look forward to your support so that we can have all this to a conclusion.
During their visit, the University of West England delegation met Professor Sarah Sally, who is Makere's Deputy Vice-Chancellor for Academic Affairs. They held discussions with several colleges to explore joint research projects, student and staff exchanges, and new academic programs that will shape the next generation of innovators. With this collaboration, Makerere University reaffirms its status as a beacon of innovation and excellence, driving Africa's contribution to global knowledge and sustainable development.
Now, the State Minister for Gender and Cultural Affairs, Peace Mutuzo, has pledged government commitment to adopt the 2-generation programming for early childhood development as an official policy. The 2-generation approach focuses on supporting both children and their caregivers to achieve better development outcomes. So far, it has been piloted in selected parts of the country, particularly in refugee settlements. Take a look.
Situation Analysis Report 2024 has reported that 1 in every 3 children under 5 years in Uganda is stunted, while only 14% of those aged between 3 and 4 are developmentally on track in literacy and numeracy. These figures highlight the urgent need for a shift in how Uganda approaches family strengthening and child well-being. The two-gen approach promotes comprehensive support to both children and their caregivers, ensuring both can learn, grow and thrive together.
When parents are supposed to thrive economically, emotionally and socially, children flourish in schools, in health and in life. The second-gen model addresses the needs of parents and children together, enhancing parenting capacity, improving household livelihood, and ensuring that children receive the nurturing care they deserve.
Speaking at the National Two-Gen Learning event, Minister Mtozo said she will table the approach before Parliament for further discussion and consideration. Mtozo reiterated her commitment to champion the integration of this model into government programs.
That with commitment, being that I have a young family, I will take this matter with a lot of interest to develop it into policy, and therefore it will go through cabinet process. That means I will personally push it to ensure that it is before cabinet and before Parliament for further discussions, because Parliament, all members of Parliament, I'm sure have children. If they don't, they are candidates. If they don't, they are products. I am sure everybody will have to take interest in this matter.
She urged Ugandans not to judge such initiatives by the amount of money involved, but rather by their impact on communities and family transformation.
We must be able to answer critical questions, therefore. Are children in beneficiary households better nourished? Are they staying in schools? If they are staying in schools, are they learning? Are they healthier, safer, or more protected from violence or neglect?
The two-gen initiative aims to empower families and transform futures through a holistic approach to early childhood development. Experts, however, note that its success will depend on strong government leadership and sustained support.
In more news, the Bishop of Central Busoga Diocese, Patrick Wakula, has commended Buckley High School, Iganga, for promoting quality education and spiritual guidance to the girl child. He was dedicating 118 candidates for primary leaving examinations at the school campus in Iganga. Buckley also has an annex for the visually impaired.
We all know our times in school have not been smooth due to many factors. However, with the guidance of our teachers and the support from our parents, together with a blessed hand upon us from the Almighty God, we know and we are sure that we shall sail through victoriously.
To the School Management Committee, the PTA, the district leadership, I deeply appreciate your guidance, wisdom, and steadfast commitment to the growth and stability of Buckley High School. Your oversight, encouragement have been instrumental in advancing our vision. I have the honor to present 118 outgoing candidates for dedication who have now completed their 7 years of study in this school.
We call upon your blessings to be upon our children. The devil is a liar, sometimes use the weapon of sickness and forgetfulness to lead us off the mark. These are children sanctioned in the blood of Jesus. We hand over to you everything. We pray that you do your will, that the progress we have seen should continue as our progress in our school, in the matters of academic excellence, spiritual growth, and spiritual development.
Vandalism is an offense punishable by up to 10 years in jail.
Step into a world of excellence, comfort and pride with Royal Form Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Form Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukoto Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the first floor.
Ugandans, the unstoppable internet deal of deals is here with MTN Wakanet Fiber. Connect your home with our starter pack of 100 Mbps at only 99k. And if you want more speed for less, we've got you. Get the 200 Mbps at only 129k. And the fastest one yet? Enjoy up to 500 Mbps at only 250k. To sign up, use the My MTN app or dial *100 *23#. Offer is valid till the 30th of November for both new and existing subscribers. Together, our connection is unstoppable.
Welcome back from the break, and now in our business news, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has on various occasions reiterated his call to add value to Ugandan and African coffee at large. From his emphasis, some coffee processors and other coffee quality players across the country have started embracing the innovation through adding value in the coffee. At Rubanga Coffee Cooperative Society Limited in Mitoma District, they started adding value through hulling and processing coffee for export. Now, as they look forward to celebrating 40 years of coffee production next week, they intend to emphasize better quality that yields bigger returns. They also aim to target the international market after removing middlemen who have cost them profits. A kilogram of coffee beans of good quality may go for $2.5 per kilogram, while the same quantity of coffee roasted, grounded and packaged may go for $40. Rubanga Cooperative Society started in 1986 and now operates with over 1,000 coffee farmers.
We have invited the President of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, to be our chief guest. And we have sent him an invitation, and we hope he's going to respond to us and officiate this function to commemorate this 40th anniversary with the farmers and the farmers' cooperatives that started actually with the coming of the NRM government. And this actually builds into what the President talks about, becoming resilient, supporting farmers, and transforming them from the peasantry to the money economy. Yes, as part of our celebrations for the 40th anniversary, like you have seen, we shall also be launching our coffee processing facility that has been financed by the Uganda Development Bank.
Yeah, regarding to the coffee farming, one is pest and disease management that normally attacks our farmers. During the course of farming, these farmers are being challenged by these pests, the black pig borers and the other fungal diseases that normally attacks their farm.
In more news, the NRM Diaspora League has called for unity and patriotism during the upcoming elections, emphasizing that Uganda should come above individual interests. The League has urged all candidates to avoid pursuing personal gain and instead focus on national development. They appealed for dialogue and mutual respect among members of different political parties. Meanwhile, the League is actively strategizing and mobilizing support for President Yoweri Museveni, expressing strong belief in his continued capacity to lead the country.
It's based on solutions to the challenges of our country, but not just change of guards or change of government. It must be benchmarked on the readiness to lead. And this takes a lot of superior abilities and capabilities to ensure that there is peace, security, and stability of the country despite the odds. Patriotism itself should be understood. These are not theoretical abstracts. This is not just the theory of politics. It has a meaning. A country that lacks a sense of patriotism is lost.
Tumepata uhuru. Cha tatu, tumepata usalama.
A point for the President, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, so that he can continue for the next 5 years to lead us. Now, I call on my colleagues in the diaspora. My colleagues here seated with me have already made the point of the 4 pillars.
Njagala kwongera kukubiriza bannayuganda nti tulabe wali omulamwa, tulabe wali ensigo etutwala maaso. President Yoweri Museveni asigadde nga ye mukulembeze ayagaliza Africa ebeere ensi emu era obumu.
And now in our sports news, hundreds of runners braved the early morning drizzles in Mbale City to take part in the 9th Cure Brain Surgery Run, an annual charity event organized by Cure Children's Hospital to raise funds for children battling with hydrocephalus and spina bifida.
High, the weather cool, and the spirit pure determination as participants laced up for a cause that runs deeper than competition. This year's edition targets to raise 1 billion shillings to support life-saving brain surgeries for vulnerable children treated at the Cure Children's Hospital in Mbale.
It's a run that is going to contribute much to the children who are vulnerable, suffering from different neurological conditions, and I'm happy to be part of it.
Hospital Executive Director Tim Elkson explained that the facility performs about 10 surgeries daily and over 2,000 operations annually, each costing no less than 7 million shillings. He appealed to partners and the public to continue supporting the initiative that gives hope to many families.
Every single day, 10 brain surgeries are happening at this hospital, and that doesn't happen anywhere else in the world. We still have a bigger target, 1 billion shillings to come from this run in the future.
Cure Children's Hospital.
Children, so you can see the great work that they are doing, and they have many testimonies of those children that have operated, have survived, and today they are no more children. So I want to appeal to the communities, you know, because they don't know that this hospital is here. Some of them don't know that the children can be supported and can come back to normal.
The event, graced by Dr. Paul Mambu, Prime Minister of the Bugisu Cultural Institution, commended Cure Hospital for its outstanding contribution to health and medical tourism in the region.
Cure Children's Hospital, as I told you, is a center of medical excellence. It is one reason that we have increased medical tourism. Many people coming here for specialized treatment.
Story compiled by Muhammad Yiga for UBC News in Mbale.
Thank you, Amon, for that report, and that has been your weekly UBC News Roundup. Be sure to join us at 8 and 10 p.m. for more news updates. My name is Moureen Babirye. Goodbye for now.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Exercise can't be sustained